Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Bat Chat. I am Captain Logan.
And I...
And Lieutenant Dan and I
Bubblegum
are, can I have some seafood? Dan and I are going to do the second episode of the great Ras Al Ghul. I did both at the same time. The Ras Al Ghul, Ras Al Ghul two-parter.
Raish. My favorite is the lady who's like, now am I pronouncing this right? Is it Mr. Ras Al Ghul?
And have you noticed that we probably talked about this when we did the commentary.
We probably did.
Did you notice, though, that she, like, what does she think is going on? And she just stands there and listens.
And she walks away. The guy takes her away, and then she just leaves.
Yeah. Not so late, but she just stands there while they say something. And it's really
She was so excited to introduce them.
They did not know how to write that lady out of that scene, and it was the best. Anyway, so we're going to watch the second part of the Demon's Quest. This is episode 5 of season 3, Batman the Animated Series. It's on Amazon Prime if you have that. If you have your DVDs, it's probably in there because it's part of the show. And you should get one of those two things out and get ready to press play. When I say now, get it to timestamp 0 and make sure you're watching the Demon's Quest Part 2 and not some other episode. Dan, are you ready to get started?
I have the Demon's Quest Part 2 lined up. Let's do this.
Oh, good. I'm glad we're all watching the correct
Is it the Demon's Quest Part 2, everybody?
It is Part 2 of the Demon's. If you're watching Part 3, you've gone too far.
Oh, you went into a different reality.
You sure did. All right, here we go. Everybody, please press play right now.
In your own reality.
You know, that now was so long, there's no way we're all synced up.
Nah. Is it?
Nah.
No, I hit it right at the beginning of the now.
When do I see? And I didn't start it until like toward the end of the 14-second now.
Oh no!
So,
the explosion will be slightly off. We'll be referring. Right. We'll be talking about something nothing to do with the episode.
It'll be like boom boom
out of sync.
So it's fun to just keep trying to come up with new things to say about this intro.
During the intro,
I think it's great. That you would make a proof of concept, basically, and then use that as your intro and all the way through. It's just really fun. Like, what you're watching is basically, for all intents and purposes, how they sold the show.
Oh, yeah, it's literally the sizzle reel. It's like, this is the stuff we're going to be doing. This is the lighting. This is the action. You'll get the talky stuff later. This is what you want to see.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, well, I guess this is probably going to do a recap, right? Yeah, it does a recap. Previously on Batman. But I want to see if it does another teaser, or if it goes straight into the title card, because I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, if it does that twice in a row. How do I know that?
See, Ray, he had to have known that you kidnapped them both, because who else would think to do that?
Yeah, just tipped it off. It's like, I'm going to think he's so unobservant that he knows that I know that Rob was kidnapped. I mean, you could maybe... Well, he doesn't ask him, though. I was about to say, you could maybe think that, oh, well, he knows who I am. He's been tracking my movements. Maybe he knew that Robin was, but, you know, he doesn't further explore it.
That's kind of kids playing with action figure dialogue.
Yeah.
We do get right. When he goes, then we must be enemies!
All right, we went right into the title card here. Oh, David Warner.
Yeah, it's weird that the recap didn't give us the crazy scary face. He just walked us right into this cavern.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the recap didn't actually end with the cliffhanger of the episode.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Nobody ever cosplays this race. I don't know why not.
What was that?
I said nobody ever cosplays this race.
Oh, yeah, the shirtless, crazy race.
Well, not shirtless, crazy race, but I just mean, you know, with the green suit from the show.
No, I'm cosplaying as shirtless, crazy race now. You have to start working out.
I think he might be doing that right now. We can't see. There's no way to know. He could be cosplaying as crazy shirtless race. Oh, you gotta just take your shirt off and wear green pants and go,
Okay, I'm in the prototype right now. I will say that. Oh, I had to have the ropes on there too, so I'll have to walk around with the ropes.
Is your hairline receding in the same way, Dan? Or
I'll try to make it happen. Maybe I can shave it in the pattern.
And And then can you grow that goatee? I don't know if
Yeah. Oh, I already have it.
Ironworm's
I already have it.
capable of-
It's the Worf beard. I call it the
Oh,
Worf
it can't
special.
be that long. Is it really? Wow, that's amazing.
I'm fine now.
Thank you for scratching me in the face.
Cognitive recalibration. That's what they call it in Avengers.
Oh, yeah.
Good old punch to the head. Yeah, I'm even
Now-
stronger now.
There is a big logical fallacy in these episodes, Dan, and that is, why would you need a Lazarus pit if you had an infinity teapot? That's...
I mean, you have the ultimate power resting with tea leaves and hot water. And you're
with a
running
nice
around with these pits.
chamomile tea!
You know, Raish's mother is just like, now I know you've been to your pits and all that stuff, but you have the nice cups. Just break out the nice cups every once in a while.
Okay, so she is the only other, like, centuries-old
Yes.
person.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's just like, mother, I'm
need
going to
the
throw you in the pit
context
again.
I need the internal logic of this joke, Dan.
I don't know. I think a
Ras
lot
Al
of my
Ghul's mother-
jokes lack
we never
internal
really,
logic.
I wonder if we've ever done that in the comics, where we deal with, like who his parents were.
Raish's parents. Oh man, that would actually be kind of interesting. Did they? Did
would.
they ever do like the first lifetime of Raish?
Yeah, because I mean, like, he's all about family, and he's trying to, get someone to succeed him. Like, what were his parents like?
I don't know.
This is usually the kind of thing you would do at the end of a Batman episode, yeah?
Well, I mean, it kind of is hopping off the end of the last one, but yeah, certainly it's usually not the kickoff point.
I mean, I know that we're in the middle of a two-parter, but it's kind of fun that we've got, like, a shaking cavern and stuff. All it needs now is tons of intense explosions.
Whoa! And some great earthquakes and rock effects. I'm wondering if... So would these have been produced separately, you think, as two separate episodes?
I imagine so.
I wonder if there's going to be
sure.
any difference in quality. I mean, so far, seemingly not.
They were written by two different people, too, so I would... They might have even been developed simultaneously. If there are commentaries on these, I haven't listened to them. Mm-hmm. So, I don't have insights. I'm just watching this episode.
Oh man! See, now I'm thinking maybe next time I'll see if there's commentaries, and for the episode I'll listen to the commentary, see if there's anything good to relay.
Yeah, but the problem with that is then you're just you're
commentating
giving
on the
somebody else's
commentary?
commentary in your comment. Yeah, but I mean it is good to come armed with that. I do that sometimes.
I'm not saying I'm doing it for all of them. I'll do it for one of them.
There's something very Aladdin about some of this.
I was thinking that with shirtless Ras for some reason, or Raish. I don't know why. I was getting images of that for some reason.
Well, I was thinking very like Destruction of Cave of Wonders, and like I just kept imagining Batman getting on a flying carpet.
I can show you the world, Robin.
Robin, shut up. We have work to do.
Just flying around on the carpet.
They're just dodging blasts meant for helicopters.
I want to see the adventures of Batman, Robin, and Genie.
God, Robin, do your job. When you're a prisoner, you're supposed to
overheard
pay
something.
attention.
Oh, yeah. He said, oh, yeah. Wouldn't you have been focusing on, as, like, aren't you his ward? Wouldn't you have been, like, recording everything with your brain because you're Batman's sidekick?
Was it Oprah? Orpheus, that's what it was.
Oh,
right.
man. If you hadn't have said anything, Batman, I wouldn't have brought it up.
God, I knew it was between Oregon and Orpheus.
No, it's Oregon Trail. Download that on the computer, Bruce.
Yeah, Raish has his quirks. I think not.
What else?
That's the theme of this episode. Yeah, this one wasn't written by Dennis O'Neil, but we're doing a pretty good job of matching his sensibilities and continuing on with the kinds of stuff that he likes to put in these scripts.
This is feeling very Indiana Jonesy. It's hopping all over the place here.
Yeah, and it's cool because obviously, usually we're in the same urban jungle every week with this show, and now we get to globetrot and we get to do some kind of Indiana Jones, but also like 007 looking stuff. But at the same time, it still looks like the same show, and it's still throwing back to the same cartoon serial stuff. Because, I mean, like, now we look almost more Fleischer than we ever have.
Oh, definitely.
When you think about all the aircraft in that show, and that did globetrot.
Yeah. It's cool seeing the different settings.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. It's Latin. Well, all you had to do is put a sash on, like, Raish in the beginning.
That is a really cartoony camel. Like, that camel should just start talking. Really, they just took that camel right out of Tiny Toons. This is clearly the same production company.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This animation right here looks different from, like, that line work looks different from the line work in the beginning.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But or like the beginning of the episode.
Aren't sometimes certain episodes farmed out to a couple different houses, or am I wrong about that?
It seems like. I mean, just from this, it looks like a different animation house.
Any way you slice it, that's hilarious.
I'm telling you. That's what I said last episode. It's hilarious seeing him in any sort of different outfit. But why wouldn't you look at that guy and be like, why is he wearing a mask?
And
why would Bruce take off the mask?
Like, if Playmates was making this action figure line, like, that was a great action figure line, but Playmates would have made all that stuff. like camel riding Batman.
Yeah. Oh, man. But why wouldn't he have taken off the mask? Wouldn't it have been less obvious?
Yes. And gloves, too. No, that's just for our benefit, so we know that's Batman. And Ubu is an idiot for not immediately knowing that's who that is. Who do I know that has white eye slits?
There aren't any beds over here.
I'm just kidding. That might also be a for our benefit kind of thing.
Yeah,
I always wonder if people in the show notice the white eye slits, or if they see it differently than we're seeing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've wondered about that too. And I mean, as a cartoon, you just kind of take it for granted. Well, take it as is, and
I think don't
really think about it too much. But
yeah, it's not important.
You think they see his eyes?
Yeah, he clearly does not, because he should know immediately that he doesn't see his gloves or his boots or anything. In fact, last time I watched this, I wasn't sure if Ubu knew who he was fighting this whole time, and then when he's surprised, I'm like, wait a minute.
3 strikes, you're out.
See, this is like backwards foreshadowing, where he's like overly clothed, and later he's going to have his shirt off for the rest of the episode.
That's true. See, that's just like the full-on character design, just like with the sash and everything. I guess there's a lot of sashes in the show, though.
Yeah.
Isn't there? Like, when Bruce is training, he has the big cummerbund-looking thing.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And see, Ray should immediately know who that is.
Who is that masked man down there?
Who's this guy who wears clothes over his clothes? This guy's a moron. Oh, wait, it's Batman.
I should just assume it's always Batman from now on, shouldn't I?
And it goes without saying, but Shirley Walker's having a lot of fun with the score, getting to go to some other places in the world in her musical sensibilities.
I feel like same with the background artists with the different locales. I mean, you had some interesting, like, didn't they had that cityscape shot earlier, and the desert and stuff. It looks really cool. Yeah,
it's great, and then it's neat because it's almost, in some ways, it almost looks like they had to, like, reinvent the show. Like, it still looks like the same show, but these guys, could have developed a show set in this part of the world. Batman's outfit should not come apart that easily.
Yeah, it shouldn't. That's what I was just thinking. It ripped like tissue paper.
It's Christmas!
I love how they do Raish's eyes. By doing that super dark eyeshadow and giving him those piercing blue eyes, it just makes him look so... It makes him look like he's just staring right into your soul. Like he's lived hundreds of years.
Yeah. I think I buy Raish's reason for leaving the mask on as much as I ever do with a thing like that. We have to contrive it so that nobody else sees who he is.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I guess that works.
So there's... Is there just like a Lazarus center of the world that all these Lazarus pits come out? How many Lazarus pits are there?
I don't know. It seems like it's a naturally occurring phenomenon.
Yeah. And he seems to have all the locations.
He knows where they all are. But, I mean, he's been around for a long time, so you could go find them all.
Yeah. Go map them out.
I guess that makes sense. So I forget, why is he blowing up the Lazarus pits again?
Evil?
No,
that can't be right.
It is your standard.
I think it's just
destroy,
to kill.
destroy civilization to rebuild it stuff, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
he's still
exactly.
doing that, but,
it's the wave.
Oh, I guess he's explaining it to us right now. We can just
Yes,
pay
he
attention.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. When the resultant cataclysm, something, something.
Welcome to our commentary.
And this
What's happening in this?
Shall find itself restored to its former pristine glory. Oh, okay.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh,
Society will rebuild itself.
Yeah, I remember
graveyards.
that part. I was just trying to remember why it was specifically Lazarus pits. But that makes sense because I forgot.
It kills the healthy.
It kills people that are healthy. That's what it is.
I don't know why.
Did you notice that that kind of like remade continent or island or whatever he showed at the end there was vaguely shaped like a bat?
Oh no, I didn't catch that.
I don't know if it was. Oh, now he's an infidel dog.
Infidel dog.
You really like that word. It's like he found a
Man, look at that
thesaurus last week and.
Personally, I pronounce every syllable.
And more!
Oh, his chest is different. That fade kind of... It was weird. It was in a slightly different position.
You were really preoccupied by the Batman chest.
It's so huge.
Are you kind of like on the fence now about whether you want to cosplay shirtless Batman or shirtless Rage?
Oh, well. I mean, shirtless Batman, at least I can cover my face and put a cape on.
Yeah, you don't even have to worry about how far your hairline is receded.
Yeah, and I don't have to shave my beard. I'll just be bearded Batman like I always am.
Bearded Batman.
My beard was huge last year, and it was just when I put on my Bat-Dance mask, it was just coming out the bottom, and it was.
I saw that.
It was weird.
Did you? I forget though. Did you do like a whole like series of Batman videos last year, or?
I did. It was a couple years ago, actually.
That's what I. Yeah.
2011, 2014. I actually did it this year. I did it, but it was mainly streams. I did do one video, but
okay, I missed that.
I did a retrospective on Batman 1989.
Oh yeah, I saw that you did that. I still haven't watched it yet. But have you done any video games yet?
No, I played all of Arkham Knight on my stream.
You kind of played every Batman game you can play now.
Yeah, I played all of Arkham Knight, all of
because I saw you did some of Begins once, and that was pretty funny.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I played that a couple times. That game
Isn't that game surprisingly not the worst thing in the world?
It's not the worst. It's a good early template for the Arkham games.
It's
just it's so weird they have so much of the voice cast.
Yeah,
from the movie.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, didn't they have Kane and
they had Michael Caine? They had Gary Oldman. They had Christian Bale. They had
Raish. That's a very passive way to explain that to you. The decision has been made. No, you decided to blow up all the Lazarus beds.
Sequence
it has been made.
Who made these machines? Sequence commit, sequence locked. Whenever they have big setup, I mean, I guess Raish has,
Well, you know what it was, right? He got it from Wayne Corp, and when they built it, Bruce was really on the fence.
He was on the fence. He was pretty hesitant, and he was like, I'm not sure about this, but yes, sell it to third world leaders.
Batman, you should be careful of the grenades.
Nah, he's fine. See that chest?
He'll be all right. Oh, we did deal with the grenades. Wow.
There you go.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it tied in. See,
Wait a minute. Did I see that wrong?
What?
Well, I was like, who's picking up these grenades? You know why I was confused? Because it was a gloveless hand.
Oh, yeah.
That picked up the grenades, and then when it cut back to Batman, he still had his gloves on.
Oh,
so I was like, who's picking up these grenades?
Oh, I didn't catch that.
I think. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll have to see when we cut back and see if he's wearing his gloves. I'm pretty sure he was wearing his gloves, though.
Hashtag Glovegate.
I mean, it would be weird if... Well, now he doesn't have them. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, he doesn't have gloves. He doesn't have gloves.
Well, yeah, but maybe the mistake was the scene where I thought it was not the mistake. I'm not sure. I would have to go back and look.
Was it a gloved hand?
I am really wasting some time with this.
It's okay.
Infidel!
It's okay, Ubu's yelling infidel again. It's all right.
Yeah, it's just business as usual, really.
It is. It's so bizarre seeing, like, these couple episodes have spent a lot of time giving Bruce... They had to have had a higher budget for this, because they had to do more character animation from all the stock they probably use usually.
Raish walking forward with the explosion, that looks amazing.
Some really great imagery. Some really, like... I don't know. I'm in regards to the different animation houses, like Inquiry earlier, I'm not sure. I feel like maybe it all was the same.
But there's
I don't know.
kind of some, weird inconsistencies here and there.
Yeah.
But some of it might have to do with storyboarding, too, because I know that they had different storyboarding artists for different scenes for a lot of episodes. It wasn't always the same guy that did the whole episode.
Yeah. See, that's something I'm waiting for the Blu-ray release for, is just to see how good it could look, you know?
Yeah.
Because that was something with Next Generation. Once they redid those episodes, it blew my mind. It just blew my mind how sharp it was. I had never seen.
I'm hearing some amazing things about the transfer for Phantasm. Like, people are telling me that even though they didn't put any special features on it, you have to get it because it looks amazing.
Oh, wow. I never saw it in the theater when I was younger.
Yeah, I kind of want to... I'm thinking about maybe doing that just to put it on a projector screen.
They've played at the Alamo before, but I was out of town. And I was like, no!
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I haven't gotten to see it that way either.
Yeah, so...
Hey, I have a question for you.
What's up?
How was there never a major death metal band called Infidel?
I don't know. Maybe...
Sounds like a death metal band.
Infidel.
I
don't know. It has too many negative connotations, I guess.
Dan and I are going to start our rock band. We're going to call it Infidel.
Infidel. We gotta juice it up a little bit, though. Shirtless Infidel.
Shirtless Infidel. Infidel dog.
Shirtless Infidel dogs.
See, that might be a little overkill. I'm not
yeah. You shirtless infidel dogs.
No, that's the name of the first album.
Oh, okay. It's self-titled. All right, Raish. You found yourself once again in a precarious situation here.
No, the show's not about Ras Al Ghul. The show is Batman's show.
Oh, Raish, what situation have you gotten yourself into this week? I'd watch that show. I'd watch the show with his parents. I've already attested to that.
Ras Al Ghul and his wacky hijinks.
And his million-year-old parents.
That's such a cool
I know.
shot. Like, and when he's smiling on his way down, and of course he's going to be the one person that can survive a Lazarus pit being totally healthy.
Well, he's done it so many times you'd imagine.
Well, yeah, but he was always sick when he did it.
No, I know, but I'm just saying he's probably the person who's Lazarus the most. And
he's the one you might buy.
He who Lazarus is most, Lazarus is best.
And if we are all a Lazarus pit, none of us are. I don't even know what that means. Anyway.
Hey, here comes the favorite cover to a Batman romance novel that I've ever seen.
You're absolutely right. Batman shouldn't recognize her because she has her hair over one eye.
Oh, yeah, that's true. What?
Where'd the champion go?
And...
I mean, that's not the worst animated kiss I've ever seen. The side profile looks really good.
It looks great.
You're right, like, that could have been a cover. I mean, yes.
I never knew I wanted to see shirtless Batman kissing a lady while the sun rose in a desert. Before today.
Oh my god, that is so super sappy when you really think about it. But it looks great.
It does.
And it's the juxtaposition of the serious stakes of this episode and the absolute absurdity of some of the images.
For sure. I mean, sometimes anything sounds absurd when you break it down vocally.
See, that's classic. You've got to have the hand come up. Have you ever
and the laugh.
That? That, like, you'll have a hand pop up like that out of a pit, and you're like, well, okay, keep going, because otherwise...
Yeah, who just hangs there and laughs? Obviously, he's going to die, because he's just hanging there laughing, and then he just falls back in, and that's what I'm assuming is happening. I always make fun of that
with Joker in '89, where, like, his hand comes out, I was like, well, yeah, but you got to breathe at some point, yes? What are you doing?
The best. Yeah, those episodes are
absolutely one of the best in the entire series.
Those are really great, well animated, some amazing imagery. I think a lot of it is Batman's out of his, he's out of what we usually see him in. You've watched all of them up to this point. Was there any that you remember really kind of globetrotting at all?
I forget. I'm trying to remember if his old like ninja rival guy. If the second one of those he went somewhere else. I can't remember. But yeah, I don't think so.
You don't see it too often, and the fact that in a two-parter we got to see two different settings is pretty interesting. And the Infinity Gauntlet cups. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we didn't talk much about story because we were kind of riffing and laughing at things, but I kind of like that this is your classic Batman story in that he's constantly refusing to change, and I want to think that he is maybe somewhat tempted by Raish's offer, even though he never skips a beat when he says no. And obviously, he still really likes Talia and has feelings for her, but like I like putting him in that kind of position where it's this. He's being tempted. His humanity is being tempted to turn him into something immortal and not human.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Which is very interesting. No, I completely agree. That's something I guess, we probably bring to it a little bit, but, with you saying, yeah, he doesn't skip a beat, but you like to think that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, because like that's not exactly in the episode, but then at the same time, his love for her is, so he has to be somewhat tempted.
Well, yeah, and like this show does a really great job at just tapping into the core of Batman that without even like you said, he didn't skip a beat, but you just know the character so well, and he is so the character most of the time. There are times where in the show where I'm just like, what'd you just do? Yeah, this show is just so pure Batman. I'm
also really impressed that we had so much space in between the first Talia episode and this. I think that's the Vertigo episode, where because a lot of shows, especially at this time, would try to do all of that at once and
just shoehorn it.
Make him fall in love with her in 20 minutes and be tempted by Raish and Lazarus Pits. Like and this show has always been great for how much it manages to get done in 20 minutes or even 40 in this case. But it's really cool that they had the forethought to seed it.
Oh, for sure. Well, whether it was intentional or not. Well, I mean, how heavily was she featured in that episode?
Must have been. Well, I mean, like they have to get out of a precarious booby trap place together.
Yeah, and it just gives them experience together.
What I can't remember is if I think Raish is in the background in that and has like a line or something, but I might be wrong. But like, I'm pretty sure they make it clear to the audience where that's going. I might be off. It's been a while since I watched it, but I would bet you money that they intended to use that to seed Raish and that they had planned on using him.
I gotcha.
And honestly, like, why would you think to put in Talia Al Ghul?
Oh, yeah.
And you're not going to do Raish? But it's just really cool that they would, like, even if they never did Raish, for some reason, like they get canceled or something, which wouldn't have happened, but if that had happened, it's well, I mean, they did before the revamp and after 3, like they weren't canceled, but they weren't making anymore. So I mean, like if that had happened at 2, we would still look back on it and be like, well, it's disappointing that they never got to Raish, but isn't it cool that they tried to seed it?
Yeah, that's true. No, it's really cool that this series was able to kind of do that stuff every once in a while. It's not too often. I like that they had a few episodes with Harvey, where Harvey's Harvey, and it's not even like they're not even doing any Two-Face stuff. Like that's the
first Poison Ivy episode.
Yeah, I like when they can. Yeah, it's really cool every once in a while when they can do that.
So you're right. There was already precedent. This was already that show.
Yeah,
it's really cool to have that level of continuity in a show that you still, by and large, can tune in and watch it in any order. By and large.
By and large.
So we're gonna go to the By and Large and buy some things in large. Anyway,
and buy some Infinity Gauntlets.
Right. That's what they have there at the By and Large in the Wall-E universe. Thanks a lot for listening, and next time, what is it? His Silicon Soul is the episode next time with Robot Batman, and they just made a pop figure of that.
Ooh, cool.
Which I have, and that was such a weird Deadpool reference. I couldn't believe they made that. I thought that was the coolest thing.
It's always amazing whenever you recognize something that's so obscure that you're just like, good on you for making that a thing.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll see you again next week. Thanks a lot for listening. I am Captain Logan.
And I am DanzNewz.
See you later, folks.
Bye.